Hi guys, my name is Gladden and in this video we are going to discuss which are the best broker platforms for investing in US stocks. So if you are an Indian and want to start diversifying into US stocks, let's say someone like me who started with investing in Indian stocks and now wants exposure in US stocks. So then you're looking for a platform which allows you to invest in US stocks, and the process should be easy, right? It should not be very complicated. So I'm going to tell you all the details that you would require if you are someone new to investing in US stocks. Okay, so let's get started. So we are going to talk about the three platforms and we are going to compare them. So first is IND Money, second is Vested, and third is Interactive Brokers. And I'm going to compare them across three metrics. First one is going to be the fees and charges that you pay. Obviously, it is important. You don't want to pay too much of extra charges. Second is platform and usability. I think one of the most important metric here, how easy it is for a new user to get onto the platform, to get onboarded, to start investing, to withdraw money, to invest money, correct? And then third one is going to be the customer support and the resources that the platform offers. So I'm going to start with fees first. So the account opening fees for all three platforms, IND Money, Vested, and Interactive Brokers, is zero, which is great, right? The account maintenance fees for IND Money and Vested is also zero. For Interactive Brokers, it would be $1 per month if your balance is less than $1,000, right? So Interactive Brokers is usually recommended for folks who have slightly larger capital to trade with, right? The brokerage will remain zero for IND Money and Vested. The brokerage for Interactive Brokers is approximately 0.005 per share, which is minimal again, about $1 minimum brokerage, and maximum it can get up to 1% of the value. Currency conversion charges 0.75% of amount for IND Money, which is capped at 750 rupees per transaction. It is going to be 1.3% if you're going via Vested. And then for Interactive Brokers, it will vary depending on the payment route which you use, right? So depending on the banks. Deposit is free for all of the three brokers that you have. Most important is withdrawal fees, right? So every time you are making a withdrawal, IND Money will charge you $5 per transaction. Vested will also charge you $5 per transaction. But Interactive Brokers, mostly your withdrawal is going to be free. There might be certain fees that apply. You can check from time to time, but typically it is supposed to be zero. So the withdrawal fees are best in case of Interactive Brokers. Fractional shares, yes. So because US stocks are expensive, and as an Indian, if you are investing with, let's say, a smaller capital, you may want to buy, let's say, just a fraction of the share. For example, a stock is trading at $1,000, but you just want to invest $100. So I can buy 10% fraction of the share, right? That is 0.1 share of that particular company. That is possible. And all three platforms will offer you to buy fractional shares. IND Money offers you to buy something as low as 100 rupees. Vested offers you to buy something as low as $1. So yes, they offer fractional share support. The DP and third party charges for IND Money, it is going to be around 18.5 rupees per GST. For Vested, none for US stocks, and for Interactive Brokers, the charges are none for US stocks, right? Regulatory and taxes. So the TCS of 5% will apply if your gains are more than 7 lakh per year. US dividend tax of 25%. Again, Indian capital gains. For Vested Money, same, and same for Interactive Brokers as well. The US dividend tax would be 25%, again for Indian capital gains. But overall, if you see, the most highlighting part here is that account opening fees is going to be zero for all. The brokerage is very minimal in case of Interactive Brokers and zero for others. But the withdrawal, right? Because if you're making a lot of transactions, I think withdrawal fees is something that is super, super important. And that is free in case of Interactive Brokers. Cool. Let's move to the second factor, which is platform and usability. And I'll give you a clear summary here. Interactive Brokers is nowhere close to IND Money and Vested. So IND Money and Vested are very beginner friendly, especially if you talk about the mobile apps, right? I have used all of them, and I can say that the apps and the user experience that you get in IND Money and Vested is much better than Interactive Brokers if you are a beginner, right? So the dashboard tracking and everything is very smooth in IND Money, as well as Vested you will have a very clean UI, correct? Interactive Brokers, I would say, slightly for professionals. The learning curve is steep, right? So if you are someone who's just getting onboarded to Interactive Brokers, it is going to take you some time to understand how the platform works, how to customize the platform. But for new users, definitely Interactive Brokers is slightly challenging to start with, right? But it has a lot of functionalities and very professional, very customizable, but not beginner friendly. For account setup, I have to say IND Money super fast. You just have to follow the steps on the app and you can create your account. It is super easy. Same for Vested as well. Very fast guided process in the app. For Interactive Brokers, I would say some of the KYC and documentation part can take from 1 to 2 days, right? So here in terms of creating the account and setting up your account, I would say IND Money and Vested will be the winners here. Onboarding experience, again, same. IND Money and Vested, there is a direct digital process, app based interface, super easy to navigate the app. Slightly complex for Interactive Brokers, right? I would recommend this for advanced users, not for beginners, right? In terms of tools, okay, if you tell me IND Money has a wealth tracker tool, right? So one of the great pros that I've also mentioned, that it is one stop for Indian investors, right? So it consolidates all your assets. So my mutual funds, my Indian stocks, my US stocks, everything collectively can be shown to you in IND Money. This is one of the best features that I liked about IND Money. So if you're a user, in an app itself, you get your net worth kind of a thing, right? Because your net worth may be cumulative of your US stocks, Indian stocks, mutual funds, and any other assets that you have. I think if you're looking for that, IND Money is great. It has your wealth tracker, goal planning, expense tracking, all of those things. Vested is also great. You have SIP. I think SIP option is available in both IND Money and Vested. In case of Interactive Brokers, they have really advanced charting tools, right? So if you are a trader who requires a lot of charting tools, you require complex order types, you're working in global markets, you require a lot of portfolio analytics. Again, for advanced users and traders, you can get all those tools in Interactive Brokers, right? So for stock analysis tools, right, if you want in-class deep charting tools and screening, I think Interactive Broker gives you the best in-class analytics. But if you are someone like me who uses TradingView for charting and uses the tools that TradingView offers or some other platform, then you might not want to use your broker's charting tools any which ways. You might want to just use your broker to buy and sell the stocks. In that case, you can just go with IND Money or Vested, right? About customer service, I'll talk about it in a while, but the special pros, I will highlight it again, that IND Money offers a one-stop shop for all your assets, right? So your mutual funds, Indian stocks, US stocks, all together in one platform. Even if, let's say, I'm not using IND Money for mutual funds, but I can connect it on the app, and at least you'll get a visual view of all the assets that you have, right? So great. Interactive Brokers, very powerful for investors who want to go into depth, right? So experienced people who have a lot of capital, who need global access, deep features, then Interactive Brokers is for you. Any specific cons? So in IND Money, you will not get the support for future and options in US stocks, right? And about Interactive Brokers, the only con that I see here is it's very complex for pure beginners, right? So yes, Interactive Brokers, a little difficult for beginners. I would recommend IND Money or Vested if you are a beginner starting with a small capital. Now let's discuss the last metric for today's video, which is customer support and resources, right? So IND Money and Vested will offer email, phone, and in-chat support. Interactive Brokers has a dedicated India office. right? So you'll get better services if you're looking for support. The response time is good in IND Money. Out of some research that I have done, Vested is a little slow on complex issues reported by some users. Interactive Brokers has a very professional support, and their India office obviously adds on to the responsiveness. For onboarding assistance, as I told earlier, for IND Money and Vested, you can very easily get onboarded if you are good with using the app. But if you're someone a little uncle style who requires more of a person to help you and guide you through the process, then if you want to do it via multiple calls from the India team, then Interactive Brokers might be a good option for you. For young folks or others very well equipped with using the app and technology, I think IND Money Invested should be fine. About educational resources, again, a lot of people don't use these apps for educational resources. You can always go to YouTube for learning. But yes, all of the three apps will offer basic webinars, posts, tutorials, right? With Interactive Brokers, you get a little more of that, a little more of extensive tutorials, global market insights, and stuff like that. About taxation and compliance help, all the basic tools that you need will be provided in IND Money Invested. A little depth again in the reporting tools, in the tax reporting tools, you will see in Interactive Brokers. Overall, I would say that IND Money and Vested have some mixed reviews here when it comes to user feedback and customer support. Interactive Brokers offers very high ratings in terms of professional support, and all things are great except for the UI complexity, right? So let's summarize what we discussed across all the three metrics here. What is the conclusion? Very simple. So if you're a beginner, you want ease of use, you need good user experience, you are more used to using apps for everything, IND Money and Vested will give you a very smooth and easy experience, right? But if you're someone who has very large capital, those withdrawal fees matter to you, you need a lot of advanced tools, you want to optimize on the overall fees. Let's say if you're dealing with millions of dollars, right? Even 0.1% would matter to me. So in that case, Interactive Brokers is the way to go. For all the new people who are getting onboarded to these platforms, generally they start with very less capital. Generally, I've seen they don't pour in a lot of money. For example, people like me who have more investment in Indian equities than US stocks. So for someone like me, I am okay with IND Money Invested. But if I was dealing with very large capital, probably dealing with millions of dollars, I would move to Interactive Brokers eventually. So the only reason when I would say that go for Interactive Brokers, if you have a large sum of money, right? So the wire transfer costs and everything will make a lot of sense for you. You want access to many global markets, not just US equities, then again, you can go for Interactive Brokers. And if you're okay with cash only segment, so they don't offer margins, right? And if you're comfortable with a little more of the regulatory paperwork and everything, then Interactive Broker is the way to go. But if you're looking for ease of use, beginner friendly app, then IND Money or Vested is the choice for you. I personally use IND Money. Rest, I have given you the detailed comparison. Choose wisely. You can explore more and choose what is the best for you. But thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know in the comments if you want me to make a tutorial on how to actually use these apps, or you can also request for which are some of the US stocks that beginners can start investing into. If you want me to make a video around which US stocks look promising for investing, you can let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll make a video around which US stocks you should probably consider investing in. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.